And I could also say, for example, that I didn't like my introduction. And this is one of the things I think is quite powerful about this program, because quite often, in fact, I don't like what I've said because I've just had too much in my mind by doing things and I'm not so fluent. Of course, you probably are a lot more fluent yourselves, but if you did have a nice recording and then you had just a bit of it and you think, oh, I wish I hadn't said that, I wish I'd said this other thing, then what you can do, for example, with sound is you can record sound. Now it's going to record it just where the cursor is here, there. So if I wanted to put it over the front bit, then I would go move the cursor first, then I would go sound, record sound, microphone, that should be fine. Although in this case, actually, in this case, of course, Teams is using my microphone, so I'm not 100% sure. But let's go ahead anyway, we'll see. And I'll just say something completely different. So hopefully this is going to work despite the fact Teams is using my microphone. And there we go. So that should be a little bit of what I'm saying there. And of course, there's going to be a jumble now if I play this because there's already one example of me talking and some sound from the YouTube video. But what I can do, oops, not like that, just taking care to deselect the things I don't want to play with. What I can do is select the things that I want not to hear, and I can mute that selection. And then back here, let's hear if I've captured a new recording there. So hopefully this is going to work despite the fact Teams is using my microphone. I'm going to. And then it carries on from that other point. So that's a nice way, let's say, to remedy some unfortunate audio. And it isn't even destructive. As you can see, that's still there, and I could unmute it and get what will in fact be a very garbled, a very garbled combination if we want to try it. But let's try it anyway, sure. In this video, so hopefully this is going to work despite the fact that YouTube video. So it just proves it's non-destructive and so on. Now you can see there that the fact of muting that, it had to sort of separate it, and it's now got a handle for that part and a handle for that part. And these handles that I'm clicking on are at the end and at the start of anything on the timeline, and they allow you to put it around and mess with it. But effectively, it's made a cut there. And there are other ways to make cuts. You can choose to make a cut here. It has got a specific classic toolbar. It's called for sound, which it is displaying already, it's saying, but it's escaped my notice. Classic toolbar, sound, there it is. So it has a few little icons on it, like this one here, which is to split the clip and so on. But again, you've also got the menus and so on. As you would expect, you can split it up from the menu. So it's whatever you prefer. And you can see there's a nice button there to record. So I just like this program specifically because of the sound capabilities, because I do get quite frustrated by my videos being ruined by my own stutters and my own sometimes staccato delivery. Whereas here you can come in and you could, for example, select something and excise it. In this case, I haven't been careful about what I'm selecting on the left-hand side. You can see these are red, so they're all selected. So it's warning me, it gives me a friendly warning that I might be deleting more than what I intend to. And indeed I am. I don't really want to delete the picture. So I could unselect that. Or if I just cancel that, if I'd sort of done it right over here, and we're just selecting that, whatever it is, and deleting that. And then it's again reminding me what I'm doing, and that's okay. I'll keep the warning on, you can turn it off. So here we go. And it's removed that. But you could probably see it's moved the waveform down a bit. So I'll just undo that, because then the other things might be out of sync. But if you know, for example, that it starts at this point, you can drag it back up afterwards. But in this case, the Control Z button, undo, works to undo just like in Word, and the Control Y works to redo, just like we saw there. So I could take that and drag it, you see. Oh, it's just giving me one I dragged too far. So I don't want to drag quite so far. But basically to keep in sync with the other things. But I won't worry too much about this. It's just to show that you have a lot of power with the audio editing. So I might delete this particular one here, as I was going to replace it with this one. And that's fine. Just put that up there. And what you can also do is take a couple of tracks and merge them. So you can have a couple of tracks and you can merge them. Now, you might say, what's the point of that? Because they're okay the way they are. It's just if you had a number of tracks building up on this timeline here, you don't really need to do it unless you find it's getting cluttered, which it can.